So here we are. It's the end of my day. I've captured a bunch of information. So heading back to the trailer. Rather than going back in there and going to my laptop and pulling in all the documents and the pieces of paper I took my notes on and retranscribing everything, putting everything in Excel, emailing it out to the necessary people, pulling in those photos, those markups, all I'm going to do now is hit this button. I'm going to hit my sync button and I'm going to upload, as you can see, 5 photos, a checklist, and the 6 issues that I authored here in 5 different locations. So I can expand that, get a better look for exactly what I completed here today, make sure it looks good, good to go. Hit that sync button, go home. So where does all this information get stored? Where does it get housed? That's actually going to take place here in the web application. So I'm going to come on in here, log in with that same email address and password. It's going to recognize my user information, my login. There's that ASTI University here. And right when you log in, take a look. We have our dashboard. This is completely configurable per user, and it's giving you a real-time look at all the data that's been accumulated here in the project. So for me, I'm taking a look at my QA/QC non-conformant issues, and I'm tracking those issues. So I can see the timeline there, and I can see slowly but surely we're starting to close some of those out. Hopefully we pick it up. I can see the most common root causes. So 36% of my issues are coming about because of coordination with my subcontractor. 13 are because of shop drawings. So all that data that was entered from the field, I can see here in real time based on the reports that I've set up. I can see the average time in which my subs are responding to their issues. Hopefully they pick it up as well. But right now they're averaging 184 days. As far as safety, I can see the conformance of some of my more prevalent checklists. So this metal decking checklist, the conformant response rate is 75%. Here for our plan execution and construction checklist, we're looking at around 67%. All this data, again, gives us an opportunity to create metrics, create standards, and put some practices in place for us to better evaluate our performance. You can see the same modules and same functions here that we saw from the iPad. We can now come in and we can manage all this data. So I can come into View Issues here, and you can see all the issues here on my job. So I can click into one, I can take a look at it, I can edit multiple, I can edit one. You can here see the attachments, so the attached photo, the attached markup, any comments here, and the history of that issue. So really powerful to be able to manage this data. I can actually click in here, and right here from my issues grid, I can run a report. I can export this to Excel, export this to a PDF, including all those photo attachments. So right here in the interface, I can generate that report based on parameters, and I can actually send that report out as needed as well. So just a sample report here. I'll go ahead and hit print. So it's generating that report. I'm actually going to be sent an email of this report here. So I don't have to sit here and wait on it, but I'll give it a few seconds and let you guys see what that looks like. So there we go, just like that it generates. Notice I can send it out. I can pick users from my project and send that around. I can also download it, save it to a hard drive, network drive, or view it in a new window. So here are those issues that we just documented from the field. You can see the specific ID, the description, where it is, who's it's assigned to, the photo there. We can go ahead and scroll through this report we just generated. It's pretty powerful there. I can come back home. We can go take a look at some more of the functions here. That grid essentially works the same for issues as it does for checklists, equipment, and tasks. Photos, you'll see the centralized database of all the photos on the job. You can come in and you can sort by a specific parameter here. You can also type in, say, in-wall, and you'll see all the photos that have been tagged or captioned with that in-wall photo there, or in-wall tag there. Let's try a different one, QA. So pretty powerful there. You tag a photo with QA from the field, you can then come in here, you can see all photos that were tagged to QA. Again, given the ability to sort it by date or time, location, category, company, etc. So we have this data. How do we manage it? How do we report out on it? Speaking of reports, we'll now go ahead and go into our report function here.